Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Elvi Suryani and I'm a 6th semester student of English Education Department in STKIP Al-Maksum Langkat. So in this video, I would like to share a classroom-based research project that I developed as part of my course in Introduction to Research in Language Education. So the title of my research is The Effect of Using the Jigsaw Technique on the reading comprehension of 8th grade student at SMP Negeri 1 Scangga. This is a simple but meaningful study focusing on one of the core skills in English learning, reading comprehension, and how collaborative technique can help improve it. Next is the research topic and question. Let's start with the topic and research question. Reading comprehension is one of the most important skills for English learner. It's not just about reading words, it's about understanding ideas, identifying main points, making inference, and sometimes even connecting the text with our own experience. However, based on my primarily observation and informal interview with an English teacher at SMP Negeri 1 Scangga, many students still struggle in this area. They often find reading text difficult to understand. The teacher also noted that the lessons are often too teacher-centered. Many students are passive and rely too much on the teacher explanation. To address this issue, I decided to focus on student-centered strategy, that is, the jigsaw techniques, which is known for promoting peer collaboration and active learning. From this context, I formulated the research question: what is the effect of using the jigsaw technique on reading comprehension of 8th grade students at SMP Negeri 1 Scangga? This question is designed to be clear, measurable, answerable as recommended by Creswell in 2024. It focuses on the effect of a specific strategy on a specific skill within a specific group of learners. Next is the research method. Now let's talk about the research method. This study used a quantitative approach, which means I aims to collect and analyze numerical data to determine whether the jigsaw technique has a real impact on students' reading comprehension. Specifically, I'm using one group pretest and post-test design. Let me explain how this is work. So, I will choose one class of 8th grade student as my participant. First, I will give them a pretest, which is reading comprehension test to measure their initial ability. Then, over several lessons, I will teach them using the jigsaw technique. And then finally, I will give them a post-test, a similar reading test to see if there is any improvement. Because I'm using only one group and not comparing it with one other group, this design is considered simpler and more practical for student research like us. However, it still allows us to measure the difference between two time points before and after the intervention. In this design, the student acts as their own control group. We compare their result before and after using the jigsaw method. This method is commonly used in educational research, especially when time or research are limited. According to Ari et al. In 2019 and Gal et al. In 2007, this design is acceptable for small-scale classroom-based studies as long as we acknowledge its limitations, such as the absence of comparison group. One important note about quantitative research, that is, it emphasizes objectivity. We try to minimize bias, use clear procedures, and rely on measurable outcomes. This is different from qualitative research, which is more focused on exploring experience and meaning through interview or narrative. In short, the quantitative approach fits well with my research question, which asks about the effect of a technique. Effect can be measured, and that is why quantitative methods are good for. In order to collect data, I will use the following instrument. The first one is reading comprehension test. This test will be used twice. once before and once after the jigsaw lesson. The test will include several types of questions. They are identify the main idea of a paragraph, recognizing supporting details, making inference, understanding vocabulary in context. Next is the score from the pre-test and post-test will be compared using basic description statistics such as MEAN score and possibly a test if I use statistical software like SPSS or even Excel. This question will be adapted from national curriculum reading material and will be piloted beforehand and ensure clarity. Next is the observation sheet. While the main focus is on the test result, I may also use an observation sheet to record student participation, engagement, and cooperative during the lesson. For example, I will observe how students interact in their expert group, how well they explain the material to each other, and whether they stay focused on the reading task. This observation can help support interpretation of the test data. For example, if the test score improves and I also observe more engagement, that will help build a stronger case for the effectiveness of the technique. As suggested by Gall et al. In 2007, using multiple sources data, even in quantitative research, can improve the validity of our findings. To build a solid foundation for this study, I searched for reference from various academic sources. I use databases such as Google Scholar, ResearchGate, and also the University Digital Library. I use keywords such as jigsaw technique in EFL, reading comprehension strategies, and cooperative learning in junior high school. From these sources, I gathered theoretical literature, methodological researches, and empirical studies from Indonesian context. The theoretical literature is Aronson in 2002, who originally developed the jigsaw method. The methodological researches is Creswell in 2024 and Ari et al. In 2019, which explain how planned and conducted educational research. The empirical studies from Indonesia context is Farida et al. In 2023, which provide insight into student reading habits and teaching practices. I made sure that my references were relevant, credible, and recent, especially for the methodology. In writing my research report and preparing this presentation, I followed academic ethics and made sure to avoid plagiarism by 1. Paraphrasing, 2. Proper citation, and the third is creating a reference list. For the paraphrasing, I rewrote idea from sources using my own words. For proper citation, I always give credit to the original author and included in the text citation. For creating a reference list, I formatted all my sources using APA style. For example, I wrote Creswell 2024 explained that quantitative research involved measuring variable using numerical data. This showed that I used the author's ideas but did not copy their exact words. Next is the references. For reference, here are some of the main references I used in this study. You can see the full reference in the slide. To conclude, this study aims to explore how the jigsaw technique can improve student reading comprehension in a junior high school setting by using a quantitative method, specifically a one-group pre-test and post-test. I hope to provide practical insight into how collaborative learning can be used in English classroom. The process is simple but meaningful. We measure that what students know, introduce a new method, then measure again to see if there's improvement. This research not only contributes to my academic development but also provides useful feedback for the teachers who are looking for more interactive and student-centered way to teach reading. Thank you very much for watching this presentation. I hope it has been informative and inspires more of us to conduct classroom research that help improve English education. Have a great day and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.